Apple made a big change last week, and I think that change opened the door to where now Roku, the Roku streaming device, is the #1 streaming device you should consider buying if you're looking to get into streaming video. Here's why. So in the past, I have a library of videos on iTunes, but because of Apple's walled garden, I can't watch those videos on any other device other than Apple devices. Now I can use an iPhone, I can use an iPad, I could go buy an Apple TV for, I think $150 is the price of their base model right now, which is pretty expensive. I don't really want to have to go out and buy a $150 device to watch Apple videos. So what I started doing was buying my movies or renting my movies on Google Play Store or on Amazon, which I could watch on a Roku device, or I could watch on a Chromecast, or I could watch on a Fire Stick, or I could watch on my Apple devices as well. There were a lot more options for me to consume my Google Play or my Amazon media on other devices than my iTunes library. So I switched, and I've been waiting patiently, hoping one day that Apple would open up and allow for iTunes content to be viewed on other devices. That happened this last week. When Apple launched Apple TV Plus, they made available the Apple TV app on Roku. So on Roku now, you can watch Google Play, you can watch Amazon Prime, you can watch YouTube, you can watch YouTube TV, and now you can watch Apple. So you can have your full library available to you on a device that starts at $29.99, and it's super compelling. So why would I spend $150 when now I can spend $30? Apple will still benefit from this because I'm now going to buy more movies with Apple because I can watch them on my Roku, as opposed to buying them on Google Play or buying them on a different service. I'm now going to stick with Apple so I can carry them on my iPhone, but also I can watch them on my Roku. This is the main device I use on my TV. I use Roku plus YouTube TV, and it gives me the closest experience to cable that I've been able to achieve since cutting the cord. So pretty big. I was thinking last night to myself, what does this compare to? Is this like comparable to man walking on the moon? I don't know. Apple really holds its cards close and holds its content within its walled garden, and for this to happen I think is a pretty big milestone. But I wanted to just show you the app real quick, and then I have a pro tip for you if you are a Roku user, something that you need to be doing when you're watching TV at night. All right, let's take a look at the app here. All right, so if I scroll over here, you can see that I've got my Netflix app, Prime Video, ESPN, YouTube TV, as I mentioned before. YouTube TV is what I use primarily for TV watching. It's the closest to cable I've been able to get to. It's a great service, super easy to use menu. It provides a lot of channels. Just love YouTube TV. And then if I go down, I now have Apple TV. So if I click into it, so here's Apple TV on the Roku device. If you notice, it looks very similar to your Apple TV device. I've used one a few times. Here's my library, so I can get access to the content that I've purchased or that I've rented. I can watch, kids content. I can also watch TV shows. Because I have the new iPhone, I also have a free year of Apple Plus, so I can watch their shows like C or some of the other shows, the morning show that they have there. I haven't checked out C yet, but I do plan on watching a couple episodes of that, seeing if it's good. But yeah, so Apple TV on your Roku, pretty cool. All right, let's talk about that pro tip. All right, guys, here's the pro tip. Number one, apologize for my voice today. I'm a little sick, coming off of a cold, trying to get better. I have 3 kids and a wife at home, but I like to stay up sometimes and watch movies, but I don't want to keep people up, right? I want to play the volume at a pretty loud volume, but I don't want to wake people up. So there's a really cool trick with Roku. Some remotes will have this button on them. Mine doesn't, some of them will, but even if yours doesn't, if you download the Roku app, put this up here, there's a remote control in the Roku app that you can kind of control your TV with on your phone. And one of the cool things is, if you've got some AirPods or you have headphones of another type, hook them up to your iPhone, and then there's a button right down here that looks like a pair of headphones. If you click on that button, it connects to your Roku and plays the audio through your phone to your AirPods. So right now, I don't know if you can hear this or not. So right now, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but I'm getting audio in through my AirPods from the TV. So the cool thing is I can sit here at night, watch a movie, I can turn it up as loud as I want to, and I'm not gonna bother anybody else in the house. So one other pro tip about the Roku is that button right there, but also one other reason that the Roku player is just, works perfectly for me. So if you've thought about looking into Roku, it took me a long time to buy a Roku because I just wasn't sure about it because it's kind of one of those brands that aren't really mainstream. I can definitely recommend the Roku player. It works great for me, it works great for my family. So there you go. Big news about Roku and Apple TV. You get your iTunes content now on the Roku video player, Roku streaming stick, or any streaming device from Roku. If you like this content, if it was helpful to you, please give me a subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks. Peace.